Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm back on Reginald doing a reaction again because I want to help him get to more subscribers. Obviously a physical media YouTuber. I'm always going to try to help out a physical media YouTuber. And yeah, he's done a really good video that looks to be going viral. So it's at 6.5, 6,500 views. So he's obviously went viral with this video. So I want to check out one of his viral videos, this one right here. I didn't know how much the other one got, but obviously, let me try to put this down in the corner so I'm out of the way. Somewhere, blah, blah. There we go. Well, that's close enough. I don't care. Not perfection, don't care. But yeah, I want to watch what Reginald has to say about why I don't upgrade to 4K UHD. I'm interested. This is an interesting topic. I want to hear what he has to say.
All right, if you already have a collection of Blu-rays and you're interested in 4K, one question that will pop up immediately will be, should I upgrade to 4K? And I would say that it really depends on the release. I would go to blue-ray.com and look at the reviews for each Blu-ray and each 4K, because not all 4Ks are going to be superior to the Blu-rays.
Yes. I don't know how many times I've looked at Blu-ray.com before I've actually made a purchase. Now, I also watch YouTubers. I watch reaction videos of like, here's how the disc looks, like breakdown of, and here's its peak brightness. And I think there's guys who do peak brightness and all this other stuff. I watch everything. But yeah, definitely Blu-ray.com is the one-stop shop. There's also another one there. I forget the name of the other website, but there's one that also does like, and this has HDR10 and this is how it maxes out. Like it gives a bit more of the in-depth. But yeah, Blu-ray.com is a great one-stop shop if you needed to. And I'm not getting promoted by them. No incentive to mention him. I'm just saying he's got a point with Blu-ray.com. If you're looking to upgrade, yes, not all 4Ks are made equal. I've done a thing about Terminator 2 here, wherever I've put Terminator 2. Where is it? It's somewhere here. I've done a lot of videos about Terminator 2 about how that's not so good. And I think James Cameron should really go back and try to fix it. Oh, I've got a Blu-ray copy in there. Do I have the thing? I don't know. But continue on.
Sometimes the transfers aren't that great. Sometimes they do some stuff with the production that just makes it look less appealing than the actual Blu-ray. Terminator 2 is a good example of that. And most movies...
I swear I'm not watching these videos. I'm not pre-watching them. This is the first time I've watched this video. The last time he got past Casablanca, similar minds think alike. My gosh. But yeah, I want to hear what you have to say about Terminator. Talk to me.
Look less appealing than the actual Blu-ray. Terminator 2 is a good example of that. And most movies, you don't really need to upgrade to 4K. I don't think you need to do that with most movies. Most movies don't rely on a lot of action, a lot of big visual effects. For example, if you're getting The Fault in Our Stars, I don't even know if it's available on 4K. Do you really need a 4K version of that? Not really, because the Blu-ray as a format overall, the discs are pretty durable, one. Two, the picture looks really good in most cases. Most of these modern Blu-rays look pretty good. So with that in mind, I want to talk about a genre where it makes sense for you to just stick with Blu-ray. It's more cost effective. And that's another thing. Look at the price of the 4K. Sometimes when you're looking at the 4K and Blu-rays, there's some pretty cost effective 4Ks. And if you really love the movie, then it might actually be worth it. But I want to talk about
Fast and Furious. I got the Fast and Furious movies for like $10, $15 a piece. I've never opened them, but you know, when they're on sale, I grabbed them, and that's the thing. I've got all the Fast and Furious movies, except for number 10. I think I had to buy number 10, but at that point, I already had all the collections. So I was like, if I'm going to have them all, I might as well have Fast 10 and pay a bit extra. So I think I paid like 20 for that one, but I got it on sale. But you always look at the price, and you might get a very good Blu-ray out there. Like there's Blu-rays that were mastered in 4K. You might get a very good one of those for cents. Whereas, you know, if you're paying $30 or whatever per release for Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray, it might not make sense, you know?
my favorite dramas and whether I think it makes sense to actually upgrade to 4K. Okay, Age of Adeline. I know a lot of people don't like Blake Lively, but I think she's beautiful, and I still like her in this movie. It's about a woman who never really grows old, and it affects her, obviously, her relationships with other people. Really good movie. Does it make sense to really go ahead and get a 4K if it's available? I don't think so. Black Swan, good looking film, Natalie Portman.
Another thing to ask that he's talking about here a bit is whether it's worth upgrading. I would also compare that to whether you're going to watch it more than once. If you know it's something you're going to go back to constantly, as my lights go off for some reason and the battery pack just died, might have overheated. It overheated. My battery pack overheated. Yikes, why did my battery pack just die? I wonder if the other battery pack will work. I don't know if this is going to work, guys, and how long we're going to get. But this is part of the fun of being a YouTuber. Yeah, YouTube is fun. Fun for everyone. Fun for the whole family. Battery's dying and... Whoa, that's overheating. Well, probably done too much video. Too much video for too little thing. There we go. We're back. This is why you have multiple battery packs.
It's about these ballet dancers and this other,
Not belly dancers, ballerinas. That's what Black Swan's about. And it's a psychological thriller, so it's kind of like dark in a lot of ways.
Look, I don't think you really need 4K for this. I think the Blu-ray looks great. I
don't know. Black Swan might look great in 4K. I would say it might look pretty good in 4K. Might.
Now, these older movies, yeah, you might actually see a real...
Older movies, shot on film. You have almost an unlimited amount of information on the negative. So, you know, it's really like, I think some 16 mils top out at 6K. With things that were shot on like Super 35, you might be looking at 16 to 18K resolution at the end of the day, depending how high they go with resolutions. But yeah, definitely with older movies, there is a benefit to having them because they were shot on film, not digitally.
Big benefit, especially those really older movies. You might see some great transfers. It might actually make sense to go with 4K. Closer, I don't know. I haven't seen the 4K, but I'm satisfied with a Blu-ray. By the way, I bought this at a pawn shop. That's why that's why the case looks so rough. I usually take better care of myself. This is also something I think I got at a pawn shop. I'm not sure, but The Descendants, one of my favorite. It actually has George Clooney. It has Shailene Woodley, one of my favorite actresses. All right. Speaking of my favorite actresses, Fault in Our Stars.
He's doing something here that I do in my collection when I'm going to talk about a video about it. And that is, you always pull out your collection a bit. Like, this is if you want to watch something as well. So what I'll do is if I'm looking at a collection and I'm like, oh, I want to watch Escape from Alcatraz. I've watched it many times, but like, let's say I wanted to watch the 4K because I don't think I've ever watched the 4K version of it. I would leave it a bit out like that because I know it catches your eye when you walk into a collection and you're like, oh, that's right. Whereas if it's in amongst everything else, you're like, oh, I have to have a browse first. Whereas if that's sticking out, it's like, oh, why is that sticking out? Oh, that's why. It's something physical media collectors do.
Shailene Woodley. Again, I'm satisfied with the Blu-ray. Garden State. I don't see any reason to go ahead with a 4K. Now, Gone with the Wind, this is not available on 4K.
I think that's getting a restoration. I think that's getting a re-release on 4K at some point. I might be mistaken, but I heard something rumblings about it. But yeah, Gone with the Wind is a great example of you can't get everything on 4K or even streaming because it's not politically correct anymore.
If this comes out on 4K, I'm getting the 4K. This is a much, much older movie. This looks good on Blu-ray, by the way. And I'm still satisfied with that. It ends with us. I know, Blake Lively again.
You like Blake Lively, don't you? Nah, Blake Lively's awesome. Isn't she married to Ryan Reynolds? Yeah, great actress as well. I liked her in, what's that shark movie that no one likes? The Shallows. I really liked her in The Shallows. I mean, I quite liked that. It wasn't like Jaws level of like great theatrical masterpiece. But I mean, it's comparable to Meg 2 or whatever. I guess it's comparable. But The Shallows I actually quite enjoyed.
Hey, I actually enjoyed this movie. It wasn't what I expected, okay?
And also Gossip Girl, if you don't know. That's where she got her thing. I think it was Gossip Girl. I don't know what season. I think she might have been in it from the start, but... And Arrow, she's been in Arrow as well. I like Blake Lively. Obviously, I've got the Arrowverse over there, all at Arrow.
I'll put it that way, a lot of twists and turns. I was expecting a romance, and she sold it as a romance, and it got something else. A drama, okay, it's supposed to be a romantic comedy, but some of the storylines are pretty sad. Like the guy who cheats on his wife and buys a gift for his mistress. I mean, it's funny, but it's kind of sad, man. Well, actually, do I really need that on 4K? I don't think so. Let's see.
No, we are getting The Notebook.
The Notebook? I love Rachel McAdams. I might consider getting that on 4K. I love Rachel McAdams.
No. I want The Notebook on 4K. I think it might already even be out on 4K, but That is a movie that I think could benefit from 4K. But if it's done the right way, like in terms of proper restoration, give it a bit more color at some scenes, like Dolby Vision would help it. But it's also it's a great movie. If you haven't seen The Notebook, it's a great
I
movie.
consider getting that on 4K.
That and Marley and Me, those are great movies as well. Marley and Me is also a great movie. I'd actually say Marley and Me is more emotionally charged, but The Notebook is heartbreaking.
I don't think it's available on 4K actually. So Oppenheimer, yeah. I mean, do you really need it on?
Nolan movies always look great on 4K. I would say if you're just going to buy them, if you know you're getting a Blu-ray in there and your digital code or whatever, just buy it. Just buy it on the format. You know, just buy it straight up. The Australian release differs somewhat, so we don't get a digital code in it, but you know, it's pretty comparable. But yeah, I would say just buy it outright because you know Nolan movies are going to look great on 4K.
A Christopher Nolan movie, yeah, I would probably get all of them on 4K. Perks of Being a Wallflower, great movie,
Perks of Being a Wallflower.
great
I haven't
drama.
seen that in a while.
Now, Keira Knightley, I wanted to see her in 4K, so it was worth it.
That's from the Columbia Classics as well. Have you got the Columbia Classics, but you've taken them out of the box? Because I've seen a couple of Columbia Classics ones in amongst this, but I don't know. No, hold on. I don't think you have Columbia Classics. I think this is just individual release. Oh boy, never seen Pride and Prejudice.
For me. But again, I don't know if it's really necessary to get that on 4K. Revolutionary Road, I got that at a pawn shop. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet.
Revolutionary Road is what happens after Titanic if Jack Dawson had survived.
Sabrina. Now this actually looks pretty good. There's a noticeable difference between the Blu-ray and the 4K version, so that was worth it. Roman Holiday, which I mean, yeah, some of the older movies it makes more sense.
What he needs to point out there is he needs to go to Scream 4 because Scream 4 needs a 4K release. I'm buying that day one that it comes out because I have every other Scream movie here somewhere except for Scream 4 on 4K, and it's freaking annoying.
Titanic.
Yes, you're a Titanic fan. Yes, yes, Titanic. Jack Dawson.
Haven't quite seen that yet on the 4K. I'll let you know later on. What Crawdads Sing. Yeah, Blu-ray's fine. I really wish they would come out with Breakfast at Tiffany's on 4K. That's something I would get. But for most...
Hold on, Breakfast at Tiffany's doesn't have a 4K yet? Are we sure about that? I thought Breakfast at Tiffany's had one. I could be mistaken though. I might be mistaken. I might be getting mixed up with My Fair Lady. When it
comes to dramas and in most comedies, I don't see the point of running out and getting 4K. You guys share your thoughts.
And that's the end of the video. Just abrupt. No end screen stuff.
I want to talk about my Blu-ray library. What do I look for when I'm selecting?
Later, bud. I'll watch it later, Reginald. Why am I back on the home screen? Why am I here? I don't want to go to this. I want to go to him.
I want to talk about my...
Where's the video? Where's the video I just reacted to? I don't know where the video went. Either way, let's just go to his channel. Yeah. So, as you know, there it is right there. There's the video. But yeah, you can see his subscriber count. I've subscribed in the last reaction video. I want to see him hit 500 subscribers by the end of the week, or let's be generous, by the end of March. I want you all to go and subscribe. I don't know if he watches my channel, but I'm always going to help out a physical media YouTuber because I want to see the space do well. And that's the thing, I have an audience that is much larger than this now. I have like 4.5, almost 5,000 subscribers. I want to use my audience to help smaller YouTubers. So yeah, go and subscribe to him and like all his stuff and hype his channel. Get him recognition. We need him to have a bit of a surge in subscribers. I want to see this guy do well, and I should like his video as well. Sorry, I should like his video.
All right, if you're
I'm just gonna like the video. I don't like the bell on because I don't like YouTube telling me, hey, new video, you need to watch this immediately. I don't like when YouTube does that. And I need to figure out how to hype the channel. I know there's a hype here somewhere to do something in hype. Theater mode. I don't know. Either way, go and watch him. There's the channel name. I'll put it up over there again. And yeah, I'll open OBS and just watch what's happening. Yeah, go and watch it. I might put an end screen on this somewhere. I'll move across here and I'll put an end screen like over here or over there or some. I'll put it up in the corner like over there. I'll put it up in the corner all the way over there or somewhere above Geraldo over there. We'll just Geraldo, get out of frame. But yeah, yeah. What do you think about what he said? Reginald had some good topics there, some good points. And yeah, I'm always going to help out a young smaller YouTube channel. He's only just, his channel's new. He's from 2026, so I've never met him before, never talked to him before. Reginald, if you have a problem with me reacting to your video, just reach out to me and I'll take it down, no worries. And yeah, I'll put an end screen on here somewhere. I'll put it up in the corner, like I said, over that corner somewhere. And you can go and watch his video, and I'm going to help him out because I like seeing physical media YouTubers do well. And that's been the video. So yeah, go and watch his video, go and subscribe and do what you need to do. And also follow me on Instagram, follow me everywhere. You already know this shtick, I've done it that many times.